is Chris Sturhan. Welcome to another episode of Drinks from Eddie Muller's Noir Bar. Each week I take a chapter from the book Eddie Muller's Noir Bar, Cocktails Inspired by the World of Film Noir, and I talk about the film in that chapter and I make the drink associated with it. Today we are looking at the film, The Asphalt Jungle, and the drink, The Left Hand. Now, The Asphalt Jungle was released in 1950, was directed by John Huston. Has a really great cast. Has Sterling Hayden and Gene Hagen and Louis Cowhern and James Whitmore and Sam Jaffe. And also has somebody else in it in a very small role. It isn't her first role, but at least I think it's one of the ones that really got her notice and started leading to other roles that would get her notice, and then she became huge, and that would be Marilyn Monroe. Now, the film, The Asphalt Jungle, is a caper movie, a heist movie, and there had been other heist movies before this, but I think this was the first really good heist movie, and it kind of set the bar for what you could do with the heist movie. Part of it is that a lot of times I think heist movies would tend to just say, okay, there's going to be a crime, the crime would happen, it would go well, it would go bad, whatever. This movie really delved into the criminal subculture. In fact, the drink, The Left Hand, is kind of based on that. The cop character in the movie talks about how crime is a left-handed form of human endeavor, and in a way it almost seems like that's a nod to the censors, because you can't show criminals being successful, but I kind of feel like that was John Huston's way of saying they're the same as everybody else, they just do things from a different way. They're smart, they plan well, they're hardworking, they're careful, they're good at their jobs, and all these things really come out in this film. And I think that's one of the things that makes it really great. Obviously, Sterling Hayden's really good in it. Sam Jaffe as the mastermind of the caper is very good. But I think really the standout in the cast is Gene Hagen. And Gene Hagen's one of those actresses that I don't really think about when I think about great actresses. But I think that's largely because she kind of disappears into her roles. This one falls right between Adam's Rib and Singing in the Rain, and you kind of think of her as Beryl Kane. You think of her as, oh God, well, I can't remember her name in Singing in the Rain, but you think of her, when you think of Thinking of the Rain, you think of her as, I can't stand it. Can't. So anyway, she is absolutely great. She's great in this one. She plays a character named Doll. She's kind of a gangster's moll. She's in love with Sterling Hayden, and it's unclear that he feels the same. In fact, it's pretty clear that he doesn't feel the same way for her that she does for him. She's willing to do anything for her, and he's willing to do pretty much anything. He's willing to do pretty much anything for her, but it's more out of his loyalty and just being a stand-up good guy. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the drink, The Left Hand, and I hope you stick around for that. We're going to take a short break as I get set up. I hope you stick around for that. Thanks. So, The Left Hand. Okay, this is a bourbon drink. It is stirred. So we're going to start by loading up our stirring glass with some ice. And that should do it. Okay. And then we're going to start with 1.5 ounces of bourbon. And we're going to take a quick stop. Okay. Sweet vermouth. And we've got 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth, which I forgot to get out of the fridge because you need to keep vermouth refrigerated after opening. And then Campari, which is a very bitter herbal liqueur, which I don't know if I've actually tried. Anyway, so we've got 3/4 ounce of that. Ooh, and it gives it a nice red color. And then, I should have opened this first. Okay, and then chocolate bitters. There we go. And 3 to 4 dashes of chocolate bitters. 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Chocolate bitters. And then we're going to stir. And you may have noticed that I have a guest on the set, the Bride of Frankenstein, because it's October. Partly it's because it's October, partly it's because my lanyard mic, the lanyard part of it broke, and it also tends to be too close to my throat when I'm drinking, and you get a very loud gulp noise, and that seems to help with that. So if you see some little tchotchke in front of me, it's there to mask the mic that I've got in front of me. All right, so here we go, and we're going to strain that into a chilled coupe glass. Ooh, that is a pretty drink. And we're going to add these very expensive Luxardo cherries, which run like $23 for a jar this size. And I just got them a few minutes ago. And so I'm going to see if I can stab one with my handy dandy little stabber. And stab a second one. And push it on down. And there we go. So we have the left hand. Kind of a pretty drink with the cherries in there. Wow. Very sweet, but in kind of an unusual way of being sweet. Not sugary, more like, in fact, you can definitely pick up the bitterness of the Campari, especially on the back end, but that kind of helps balance out the sweetness of the rest of the drink. Anyway, I like it. So anyway, from a booth in the back of of Eddie Muller's Noir Bar, we're going to say cheers, and I hope you join me next time when I have no idea what I'll be talking about in drinking. So, cheers.